Hey, welcome in. I'm Whip. Hi. I wasn't sure how that worked. Let's see. I got to get my comments back. We got running water. Sleepers in the house. Hey, Kreger's here. Denny, hello, hello. Uncle Smiley. That
Mr.
dude
Joel.
named Chattanooga Ed. We got Aquarium Domain, Mr. Jeremy, and one more. One more. I am gonna blank on your name. It's either Jeremy or Jesse, right? Or Justin. It's a J.
There's Craig.
I'm just gonna keep calling you one more, then I don't have to remember.
One more time.
Old Kreger. The old Kreger. I don't know what time it is over there,
Like
but it's
Craig.
probably early or very late. Jody P just popping in to
Yeah.
say a quick hi and bye. Off to bed.
She, poor thing, she was probably waiting up all that time just to say that.
Yeah, just to say hi and bye. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Dennis is saying hi to Craig
Nancy B
and
and Zenny.
Sleeper.
I bet you I could have just read the comments. That somebody probably said his name, or maybe
Craig
they
is
didn't.
waiting for lunch, so maybe it's 12 o'clock. Noontime, sometime in noon.
Right around
I
the
wonder
noon
what
o'clock
he's going
hour.
to eat. I wonder if he's going to have like a bologna sandwich with that black gross stuff on it.
I need more help
What's
than
that?
that. The Vegemite.
It's like a Vegemite on bologna. I wonder if they have cheese in
Exactly.
Australia.
Maybe I should change my name to Sleeper Steve.
Sleeper Steve.
And
And Joel
Hayes here.
is here.
Oh, Zenny had it. Vegemite. She probably said it before I did.
She actually did. She's pretty amazing that way. That would be weird, though, living in a country that didn't have cheese. You know?
Gregor, you got cheese, right?
Well, I'm talking about Australia, not America.
Yeah. Well, that's where Kreger lives, is Australia.
I know. That's why I'm saying he probably doesn't have cheese. That's why they have to have
He
Vegemite.
has cheese. Everybody has cheese.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, there it is. We have cheese. Is it kangaroo cheese?
Yeah. Koala cheese? They have deer now, so they could even have deer cheese.
That would be terrible to live in a country without cheese.
Oh,
I would
that's not nice.
imagine there are countries where cheese is harder to come by, but it can't be. It's got to be everywhere. It's made from possum. So I've got nothing new to talk about. Running water, everybody has cheese. And whose job is it to milk the roos? Are you milking deer, Ed?
I'm not personally, but somebody is.
Somebody probably did back in the day.
That's what reindeer are. They're like reindeer are actually like elk, but they have reins on them. It's not in, so that's why they're reindeer, because they're like peaceful deers that do our
Jose.
bidding.
Who's Jose? Which one of you is Jose? See, there you go again, using real names.
Hi,
I don't know
George.
who Jose.
Wait,
George.
George would be.
No.
Wait, how do you say George in or Spanish?
Jorge.
Jorge. That's right. Jose. Is Jose Joe in Spanish?
If you're asking me, I don't know because I don't know Spanish, even though I've spent the majority of my career working amongst a population that probably 85% Hispanic.
Where'd my glasses go? Let's see.
Jeremy, I sent you
Joseph. Jose is Joseph. So that would be Joe. Jose. Do we have a Joe in the house?
And hit send. It always tries to change Jose. Ah. Usually.
I wonder what Jeremy is in Spanish. My name is Eduardo. And we have Eduardos. Well, we have an Eduardo.
Have an Eduardo.
Yep. But I could also be an Edvod.
A what?
Isn't that crazy?
They call me Brian.
Okay, so this weekend, more than likely, I'm going to go to one of these fish shows. I was hoping to go to Nashville, but I was thinking, like when I was driving home from the movie, my engine light went on again on my truck. So I got to get my truck in tomorrow to see what the problem is. Hopefully it's nothing big. Hopefully it's just a light, you know? And because I was thinking, well, I can have Sean maybe pick me up on the way to Nashville. You know, if he was going to take me to or if I could get him to drive the 100% to Nashville. But Sean's probably not going to want to go to Nashville, but I'll have to figure it out. But will you be around during the afternoon on Saturday to do a live stream from the show?
This week, this Saturday, like in 2 days?
Yep.
No, I will not, unfortunately.
Oh, that's all right.
I've got my. I can't really say just on the off chance that they're watching, but there's a thing I have to go to.
That's fine.
I'll tell you after the stream when we're not live.
Well, I see when I'm walking around with it, I bought a thing to put it right on my chest now to see how that would go. But I can't literally see anything that anybody's saying when I'm live walking around with my camera, you know. So I have to have somebody, or I can just do all the talking. You guys could just talk to each other, and I can just jabber on with everybody around.
Somebody could get on there with you.
I'd like to break Oinky in sometime on it.
Yeah,
if she'd like to read
she's
chat.
probably not. Oh, she is here.
Oh yeah,
Oinky, you could help out your man here and go live with them tomorrow. You don't have to get on the air. You know, you could just stay off, but read him the question, feed him the questions.
Yeah, actually, whoever's with me isn't ever on. They're just on the audio side.
Audio only.
Because I don't even have. I'm not even in the image. You know, it's just fully face forward.
Whatever you're looking at, yeah.
But it's all good. Yeah, and I don't want to put any
Zenny
pressure
could
on her.
do it because she wouldn't have to be actually on.
Well, I asked Zen last time we did it if she would like to go on with you, just to see, and she said she had a bad mic. So Zen can't do it.
Can't do it.
Cat House would be awesome too. Cat House is such a cool guy. I don't know if he's ever has he ever been on a live stream?
Cat House, have you ever been on a live stream? I can't think of a
He is a
time other than
super
when you
cool
might have
guy.
been somebody ran across you while they were walking around. Meaning this guy right here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, but I was wondering if he's ever like did talking. We should have him do a. You should come up with us sometime, and we'll talk about your favorite fish.
Oh, Zenny. So even if you're not on, you don't want to be on. That's funny though. That's a good one.
Oh, Zen, I want to send you a picture of your action figure to tell me if it's the right color hair, or if you'd rather me change the color of the hair.
That damn slacker.
But
I
yep.
am gonna go through these real quick just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. It's hard to see the people talk or use a second phone. Yeah, you could use a second phone. That's about the only other way you're gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, and I have a hard enough time just getting signal on one, so I don't want to break my signal down as much as I can.
So Jorge was going through a couple of the names. He says Steve is Esteban. I didn't know that. I would never ever have got those two together. John is
Wow.
one. I would have got that. Mandy is Amanda, but that's in
What's
English. Heine.
now? Jesus is DeJesus.
Sure.
Is it DeJesus? Is how they
No,
say
just
Jesus?
Jesus is Jesus.
My dad was drafted into Vietnam, and one of his
Good boy.
buddies through a
What's
boot
going on,
camp.
bud?
Well, this is a good story about my dad. He was in boot camp the whole time with this guy, and he called him Jesus every day. On the last day of boot camp, he said, "You know, my name's actually not pronounced Jesus; it's Jesus." My dad felt really bad,
Yeah. Well, you don't know. I mean, you speak one language, they
especially.
speak another.
And you're a guy that lives in Iowa that's far away from other cultures.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
yeah, the only it's like either farmer or Hungarian that he hung out with his whole life, right?
So Zenny says sweet, she'll take a look, but it's probably fine. Geek came in and said some hairy hippie and a chatty nougat. Jorge says, Ed, you need to convince James to do a live so that he can have Mandy on as a guest.
Okay.
Wait, what? What does one have to do with the other?
I don't know.
All right. Mexicali fish keeper Jorge, you're going to have to explain a little bit. I was on New Year for a few minutes with Battle.
Oh, awesome.
See, I eventually that's why I had to scroll back up. I figured I'd miss some stuff.
Phantom's a really cool guy too.
Yeah,
Alex. His real
yep,
name's Alex, right?
that
Not
sounds right.
Kyle. I think I was calling him Kyle on accident, and it's really Alex. Gosh, if I did it again and his real name is
No, I think you're right. I think that's right.
Kyle. Okay, because I felt really bad. I was calling him the wrong name. I guess it
Zenny
just
says
runs in
my
my
hair is
family.
naturally copper orangey, but I've dyed it various shades of purple, red, and pink. So as long as it's one of those, it's kind of accurate. Geek, you don't have turtles to chase? Yeah, what are you doing?
I've
You should
got
be out
it.
there chasing the turtles.
I've got Zen's
Chasing beers
hair.
now. That's even better.
I have Zin's hair as orangey pink. That's what I painted it.
Yeah, he said
It is Alex. It's not Kyle. It's Alex.
What are you scared
Oh
of,
my gosh.
Zenny? You're smart as a whip. You. I don't know what. It must be just some kind of weird little tick, right? Hell, if I
Hey,
can do
not
it, anybody
everybody
can
likes
do it. Because I can't hardly get 2 words out without stumbling over my own words.
Well, she would be a superstar. Nobody would watch anybody else.
Oh, maybe that's what she's worried about. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she cares about us too much.
Yeah, that she's afraid it's going to take away from everybody else.
Yeah. She'll be like the Joey version.
Yeah, next thing you know, she's gone from 1,100 people of subs to 250 million.
Yep.
Then she'll forget us because we're nothing anymore. Scum.
I went to a movie today.
You did, and it was good.
I went to Thunderbolts.
Smart
I
as a
enjoyed
whip.
it quite a bit.
Yeah. If that's what I said, I apologize. Then that's never good. Smart as a whip.
As fast as a whip.
Self promotion. Definitely not. It's for sure always been a thing. I'm terrified of public speaking, and I start feeling like I want to projectile vomit. I hear you.
But this isn't public
a couple
speaking because we're all
times,
friends.
It's tough.
Hey,
We're all
Latoya's
friends here.
We know everybody here, so it's not like really public. It's just like being at a party with a whole lot of your friends that can't talk back at you.
I'm Latigo.
Like if I didn't want to see that Uncle Smiley just said hi there, Latoya.
Did you hear what I just said? Or are you talking and you don't hear me?
You just said hi, Latito.
That's my name in Spanish.
Oh, that's your name?
In Spanish.
I thought that was Latoya's name in Spanish.
Whip is Latigo. Except for you probably have to roll your R and shit, and I can't do that. Not about the Joey thing.
Is there? My name in Japanese is Ed Kwanda. Isn't that cool? I know
Zenny, I have never been particularly good at speaking in public myself either. I've actually pretty much sucked at it. But like in 2019 was the first time I had to get up in front of a group of people that I knew. Now, I mean, I do it at work and I get through that, no problem. But when mom passed, I had to do a eulogy kind of thing. Not a eulogy, but you know how when you go up and you talk and just kind of ramble on about how great mom was. And that was really freaking hard because, you know all these people and it's just like beating on you. And then, of course, when Miles passed, I had to do it again. And then I've done it 5 years in a row for like yesterday, we gave away his 5th scholarship to a senior in the high school that he went to. And I have to stand up there. And man, I'm telling you, I totally get what you're saying, Cindy. But you got to do what you got to do, I guess. So, which you don't have to do this. This is not a you got to do thing.
I once got yelled at by a priest.
Zen is a lot like Joey
for a public speaking.
For what?
I did a public speech kind of for a priest in Columbia, Illinois. It was a high school thing. None of the high school kids wanted to do the thing for the Catholic Church. And it's like, so they asked me, they said, well, Ed's a nice guy. And they said, okay. And he wrote me this, it was called the prayer breakfast. And you're supposed to like do little talks and prayer things and stuff. And I was supposed to read this big long thing that the priest wrote. And I don't believe in really reading a prayer, so I just did my own thing and he wasn't happy, but all the other preachers in town like ran up and said, you were great. It's pretty funny. Good times. But I'd never been yelled at by a priest before, so it was kind of cool. He's like, you didn't read it. It's like, paraphrased.
Kind of
I
read
made it
it.
sound better. I made it sound cooler. Yours was so medieval.
Oinky says, haha, my sweetheart Ed and I were at the same movie at the same time, just in different states.
Yep.
States of mind or states of destination?
Probably the same state of mind, just different states.
Really? Did you get her review? Did she agree with you? Or did she hate it?
No. She liked it, but she connected more with it as an emotional connection, which I liked it more because it was more funny and good, like the old Marvel
Hey,
movies were
Johnny.
before they started getting off on tangents and rewriting the storylines. And it's about the Sentry, and the Sentry's always been a really neat superhero, in my opinion. Stanley never liked super heroes that were like guys like Superman. So that's why he got rid of Captain Marvel, and he pretty well got rid of the Sentry in a really cool way because he made the Sentry was like all powerful,
Nope.
but then he made this
Still has
dark
the
side.
Hulk. Still has the Hulk who can kill them all.
Well, but the Hulk has a weakness. It's his brain. See it. Everybody has a weakness, and he doesn't like superheroes that don't have weaknesses. So he made the Sentry have this evil side called the Void, and Doctor Strange like took the Sentry and brainwashed him and made it so everybody forgot who he was and made him forget. And so he's just a normal guy, but he has the powers of Superman. It's really cool. So if he's ever walking and a bus accidentally hits him, it's just going to get squished. The bus is going to get squished around him.
Right.
But since he's just a normal guy, he tries to get out of the way of baseballs being thrown at his head and stuff, But he's this horrible bad guy that can just eradicate people. And in this movie, he was eradicating people, but he brought the people back because I don't think they want to kill children in the movies. So that was nice that they brought the people back in this one. But the Void is a really big bad guy in the series or in the comic books, and they did a really good job of making him. Because like I always wondered how they would do it because he's just a black, inked out thing with two eyes, and it looks like they put that makeup on or that black that's like 100% black. That's a super black. They put makeup like that on him, but then they made his eyes like glare, and he looked great. And I really liked the Sentry. He was awesome. I really like how they did the movie. I liked it.
I liked it. And Zenny, you are special. Sometimes we think you should wear a helmet, but you're special.
Stan Lee was the coolest running. I got to
And
meet
I'm just
Stan Lee
kidding.
twice.
Everybody loves you, Zenny. Ain't nothing going to stop that from happening. I just stood there and cried at the funeral. I couldn't speak at Mom's. Yeah, I was afraid that was actually going to happen to me, but it's amazing what you can do when you have no choice. You know what I mean? It's when you're put in a position where you have to do it. I mean, and I got through it. So, but yeah, I am not a good I'm not good at speaking. Period. Much less under pressure like that. Funerals suck. Yep, they sure do.
Yeah. I like those
I
New
think Zen
Orleans.
is an AI bot.
Zen might be. We don't know.
Oh my goodness! And then Nancy and I were basically on the same page there. Before I even read her comment. Cat House, I wouldn't have nearly the amount of typos if that were true. Yeah, right? Nancy, ma'am, I can find out where you live.
Now, who said that?
That was Zenny talking to Nancy about how she said, I think you're special, Zen, and not just in a special bus way. kind of like in a special way.
Well, I know I can figure out where you live. It'd be a lot creepier if a boy said that to a girl.
Yeah, right. There's lots of things that I was just watching a comedian today, and he's like, there's nothing a woman can really say to a guy that would like cause him to freak out. Like if a girl were to come up to you and say, "I'm going to kidnap you," you'd be like, "All right." Whereas if
I
you
don't
do that
know.
to a woman,
A girl might be able to say, what's hanging out of your nose? And I bet you the guy's going to be like all over his nose.
gotcha, gotcha, yoink. I'm with you there.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, well.
Melly,
I'll
did
go
Melly
back.
come in? Oh, Melvin, hi, buddy. I clicked on
Hey,
you and
Mel.
it didn't register in my brain pan. I got
I
Denny.
bet you that Dennis is such a smooth character. I bet he could say just about anything and it wouldn't be offensive.
Miss Kalish, where it's only 8 o'clock. How are you doing?
And Kalish never says anything offensive,
No,
but she's
she's the
really good at
sweetest.
killing things.
Yep. She's real sweet till she hits you with a fireball.
Yeah. For the most part, I haven't been hit by any of her
Well,
fireballs.
that's because you don't go rushing in. I even warned Scotty without trying to warn him. I'm like, now don't go rushing in there. Nope.
Well, it's hard because I always have we're talking about Dungeons and
Hey,
Dragons,
Warren.
folks,
How
but
you doing, Warren?
I always get to go first because I'm very good at dexterity. And so what I do is instead of just running in there, I have two crossbows, mini crossbows. I run halfway and I shoot them both. So that way I maybe don't get my super backstab right away, but I don't get blown up either.
But you wouldn't get it anyway. See, we're going to talk. We're going to drive Zenny right out of the room. But you have to wait till somebody's engaged anyway. So you having the initiative that you do kind of is working against you a little.
Oh yeah, it does. But I have to have it because that's where all my armor comes from. My armor class comes from that too. So if I don't have good initiative, that means my armor class would be like a 12.
Oh, well, that's no good. Zenny says, "Trust
Yeah.
me, that can't be any more weird than when you get a notification on your phone that Ed found my body." He meant the action figure, but it didn't make it seem any less creepy.
I also found a new head for Mr. Zen. Did you
Oh,
know there's a
Mr.
whole
Zen.
new generation of fish tubers that don't know who Mr. Zen is?
I know he exists. I think I've even seen him in chat a time or two. Jeremy says, Chat GPT says that the Zen Ginger is an AI bot specifically, I can see, there we go, specifically trained on aquarium related knowledge and the aquarium hobbyist community. Always cross check her advice with real world experts. We're on to you, Zenny. We're on to you. J&N Aquatics, Jeremy, another Jeremy. Hi, all.
The other Jeremy.
He came into the P's like 3 weeks ago and said hi, but he doesn't get on the tube much. Nope. I mean, I don't see everything, obviously, but I have only seen him make an appearance once in a great moon. What you doing there? What you looking at?
I'm trying to find. I'm
There he
not
is
going to
right
show
there.
Zen because I was just gonna see if I was gonna ask permission if I could show his picture off on the internet.
Don't show his picture. We don't need to see a picture of him.
He's like the coolest dude, and he's too cool to hang out with guys like us. I was like clearing photos out on my phone just 2 days ago because I ran out of space, and I saw his picture, and now I'm trying to find it again. But I needed his picture because I was making his action figure.
That would be a whole different
don't
set
go
of
away.
issues there, Oinky. I totally get. I don't even know how I would approach that. Jeremy, say hello to Jeremy. Hello, Jeremy.
Jeremy, spoken. Isn't that a song?
Mr. L. Dry Slippers is in the house. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
I may have accidentally deleted him. I deleted a whole lot of stuff to free up space for this video yesterday.
Mr. Zen has been lurking all along.
That's awesome.
Hello, babe, at the Zen Ginger. I'm glad that you clarified because, you know, for a second I thought you were talking to me.
Dang it. Okay, well, next time we see him, I'll save his phone, or I'll try to find the photo in my
You
photos.
better get his permission first there, buddy boy.
I was going to show it and ask his permission then.
Hey, do you mind if I show him this?
He's like a cool guy. You should have him up here.
Wouldn't that be a thing? Awesome. We get Mr. Zen in before we get to just being random.
I wonder if he'd be in a suit with, he's got to get one of those stocking type caps that, you know, that's all black to hide his face.
No, I'm looking at his avatar. It looks like he just has to come in looking like John Wick.
Yeah. Well, does he have a face though? It's all black, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all black. Yeah. So just a silhouette.
Oh, actually, I got his head right over here.
Scalaboosh.
Let me go get his head.
Go get his head. He said, "Go get his head." That's don't read anything into that. Man, I said that one time and Bunny jumped my ass. Woo! Not in a good way.
Okay. So this is the head that he has right now with his action figure. But I'm going to take a Dremel to this hat and I'm going to make it so the cowboy hat's covering his whole face. Now, I'm thinking about painting
his cowboy hat.
He has hair too. Well, he's from Texas, so he probably wears a cowboy hat on the weekends. And
Mr. Zen, do you wear a cowboy hat? I need evidence.
But I'm going to paint his face black, but then I'm also going to put the hat so it looks like it's covering most of his face. So all you see is like the bottom of his jaw. And look, even his hands are covered. He's because Mr. Zen is a mystery.
You're going to paint his
shirt I gotta take a Dremel to this because I want to like make it real flat and more aerodynamic. So it doesn't just. No, his shirt is red. I originally painted it
white.
Well, I originally went fluorescent pink because that's what Zen asked it to be, but it didn't look good. So that's why it's red right now.
So I got a new guy in town. I love duckweed and algae. Who is you? Because I ain't saying I love duckweed and algae every time. Mr. Zen said that's awesome. What is Mr. Zen's name? Do we know Mr. Zen's name? Or did we just call him Mr. Zen?
He's just Mr. Zen.
Okay.
And if you ever meet him in person, you have to whisper in his ear.
Yeah, I'm not going to get punched. Thanks. Ed, give him the head of a G.I. Joe Snake Eye guy.
Well,
You better tell
the
me.
problem
Don't make
is
me
the
watch
GI
it.
Joes come with a lot of extra heads, so they have different expressions, except for Snake Eyes because they're always completely covered. So I only have like 3 Snake Eye heads, and they're all on Snake Eyes, different Snake Eyes. But I'm just gonna paint his head solid black, and I'm gonna paint his neck even so it matches, but he's just gonna be solid black. And I might even do the shirt in black. I don't know. Maybe white.
No, you got to go white. Look at his avatar. It's definitely white.
Yeah, I know.
Nancy says, "Don't go on a hunt for Mr. Zen. That's inappropriate." Hey, Fliphead.
Mr. Zen, do you own a cowboy hat?
He didn't answer us. I think he left.
No, he said, oh, just not too
He,
long ago.
he got bored with us.
Yeah, he probably did. Poor guy.
He said, "These guys are idiots. They don't even know what they're talking about."
Huh.
No, not Mexican. Mexicali said, "Mr. Zen's name is Rick."
Rick talks.
No cowboy hat. Uh-oh. Now
Oh,
what are you going to
no.
do? Now what are you going to do, buddy?
How do you feel about those old fashioned straw hats?
I'm sorry. I'm
How
reading
about one of these?
it's like a
Whoops.
derby cap almost.
No, it's like solid circle round, but it's made of straw. But
He's
I'll
way
make
too
his
cool for
solid
that.
black. I want to make it so you can't see his face with his hat. See, like this
Hey,
guy.
I know I'm an idiot. Me too. I have long hair and tattoos. Zenny, I need confirmation.
See, like
We
that.
can we can give you the Undertaker look. Back when the Undertaker had long hair and tattoos. I mean, he still has
Oh my
tattoos, but he
gosh.
doesn't have long hair.
Speaking of other guys with long hairs and tattoos, Danikin Aquatics. Does Danikin have his
No,
hair's like all he's grown his hair all out, but does he have
he shaved
tattoos?
it last week. He shaved it down
Uh,
to the nub.
well, then he doesn't count. And then, does he have tattoos?
I'm on a Mexican radio.
Whoa. I mean, every good sailor has a tattoo, right?
Yeah, you would
He
think
has to have
so.
like an anchor or something attached on him. How about one of those painter hats from the 80s that people used to wear that had the 2 pieces of material that went down in the back? Do you remember those, Whip?
Yep.
They were so dorky. I had one. Mine was the California raisins. Painter hat with the things that went down the back.
So his hair is like mine. He's got hair down to his shoulder blades almost.
I know. I have a really cool picture of him.
I have a couple cowboy hats. I do too, but you know what, Flatbed? I had my wife got it for me for Christmas. It's one that I had picked out, put it on my Amazon wish list, the whole thing. Hey, there's Danikin right there. Hello, Mr. Sir. And when I got it, I had picked the wrong
That's why I
size,
said
and
hi.
it sits like up here. I can almost do this. It sits like way up here. Passing wind. How you doing, Wendy?
Passing wind.
Oh, that's why you said it. You already looked at it, huh?
See, I thought I could do this for his face. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be, but then anything you do is cool.
Darn it.
And lots of tattoos. He used to be a tattoo artist, so he's got plenty. I had
Do
your
you have a
back there,
tattoo?
Danny. No, Kenny. I called you Danny.
Wish I could find this picture of him. Do you
Oh,
remember
Zen,
what
if he
year?
was an artist, that means you have tats too, right? Amisa, I do, but most were done elsewhere. I'm too picky, and he hates tatting me. I bet he don't. I never understood the hat with no top concept. The hat with no
Oh,
top.
those tennis tats.
Oh yeah, like Greg Whitstock from the pond guy. He wears those all the time. They're weird. I've always thought they were weird. Even when I was a kid and they were popular, I thought they were weird.
Yeah, it's like it's burn the top of your head. What year was it, Zen, when you sent me a picture of Mr. Zen?
Windy, that's me too. I have long hair, no tattoos. Someday I will get a tattoo to memorialize the boy. It's just got to be something that means something. That's all. Go with the
I
cowboy
hope.
hat. I am from Texas. That's directly right from Mr. Zen.
Well,
31 people
when
watching and only 17 likes. Come on, people, you can do better. Unless you have done better and he's just looking at old information, which is
I
possible.
think
That happens.
I couldn't, this picture I found of Mr. Zen, he's like wearing a suit. And I was wondering if I had cut his head out and put it on a suit or if that was actually him. And if it's just his head I have or his whole body. But I really hope I didn't delete it.
I think you must have because you've been looking for like a half an hour out of the 40 minutes we've been on.
I know. And I've got people even saying, hey, what you looking at? Oh,
Kenny
found
says,
him.
Anissa, I finally don't do it. I
Mr.
will not
Zen.
do it.
Can
I will.
can you say yes so he can show the picture of you? If Mr. Zen says yes, it's totally cool, right?
If he raises his hand up, I am poised to remove him from the channel.
I will not. Look,
Okay.
hands are down and phone is this way. Maybe you get a reflection through my glasses. No. Did Mr. Zen say it was okay?
Not yet. That
This is
I'm gonna put pants on, but not now. I'm stripping naked and staring at everyone uncontrollably till we get the ones who didn't hit the like. Please,
I am
people, hit the like. Hit the like. Nobody needs to see that or even have it in their brain a little bit.
I'm logging on to YouTube just to hit like. And if you see Mr. Zen's wait, he says he doesn't care, Ed.
I don't care, Ed.
Is it okay with you, Whip?
Yeah, I'm kidding. I was just messing with you.
Look at how cool he is.
He is a cool looking dude, but that does not look like short hair. That looks like short hair to me.
Well, this was during the COVID, I think. This was from years ago.
Wait,
What
don't
year was it when
show
your hair was
my
blue?
picture to the naked person.
Yeah, he looks like a fashion model.
See, white
But
shirt,
see
white shirt,
how it looks just like his image?
just like it. It's like identical.
So what year was that taken, Mr. Zen?
Flatbed. I figured so.
I'm so
I was
glad I
just
didn't
playing
delete
around.
that.
I was just playing around because it's all good. George RB3, holy shnikes! Hello,
Hey,
sir.
George. Oh, I was going to log on to YouTube and give you a thumbs up. So, George, how is it going?
Wait, what is going on? Why is Nancy seeking out a miss?
You just got like number 28 from me.
Woo-hoo!
And I'm going to leave it on in the background so it doesn't look like somebody just came in and left.
Whose birthday is it? Which is it? George's birthday?
Oh my gosh, happy birthday, George.
Hey, happy birthday, George.
I bet him and Kenny are out eating donuts at Voodoo Donuts.
Yep.
It's probably like only the early afternoon. It's probably like 3 in the afternoon there.
I think you should explain right now, Kenny. That way, not everybody is left in suspense. That's just his face.
What?
I don't know. I'm not sure. We said something, and now it's been so long that it's no longer tracking. Get the matching tats. Kenny E and Danny coming too. Oh, that was her question. I plan on buying, and buying the Findig. Laugh my ass off. Whip, I say a lot of things. I do too. Open mouth, say words. And sometimes they're offensive. I will come find you, Amissa. I got several tanks cycling. Happy birthday, George. Oh, the Clash
Oh,
2025. Tats, who's in? I got to come up with a good
that's
one. But I have to also find an artist that doesn't suck.
what is that?
Where?
What do you need an artist for?
For a tattoo.
Oh,
It's. I mean, if I'm going to
yeah.
put it permanently on my body, it's got to be damn good. It can't be some knucklehead.
I keep waiting to be able to do mine in glow in the dark behind it or like a cool colored green.
Is
Winky's
that?
brother-in-law is really good, but he lives in
I
Florida.
need to see stuff. I can't just take anybody's word for it when it comes to permanent ink on my body.
I also have one right there,
That one,
Cthulhu.
that one's actually cool.
And
So
this
sorry
one's
about your mom, George.
thanks.
Oh no. Oh no. Did George, you lose mom? I've been there, done that. That's no fun. She she would have worked. That it did, sir.
I need to
Looking
make
forward
a
to seeing you,
branding
Kenny
iron.
E. You know, Kenny E was a disappointment for me. I gotta say. I mean, I met him the first time, and he kind of just disappointed me. He was,
Oh,
he was so, claimed he was sleepy and didn't want to talk to me and went to bed just because he'd been up like for 3 days straight and was running on fumes.
it's probably because you guys are both tall guys and your mojo is connecting
Yeah, that must have been
in
it.
the air. It was tingling in the air.
No,
Your auras.
I'm playing. He's a good dude. He's a very good dude. I actually met up with him later because that actually did happen. He was dead on his feet when I met him the first time. He was barely coherent. His brain was shutting down. He needed sleep. So
What
we met up for breakfast on his way out of town
I
a
took
couple
him
days later.
when he came to visit me. I took him to one of the local breweries called the Monkey House Brewery, and then we came here. We sat
Oh,
outside
that
and
shit
talked
sucks.
for 3 hours. We all went to bed for an hour and a half, and then I woke him and
Sorry,
James up and
George.
said, "Okay, we got to go to Florida." So I made him drive all the way to Florida after I took him out.
Well, he has a nice truck.
Yeah, and it's fast.
And
He drives like
it's way
100
more
miles per hour.
reliable. Not that your truck isn't reliable, but your truck is old as hell. I mean, it's what? How
My
many
truck,
miles do you have on yours? Yeah,
250,000.
I was gonna say it was over. I knew it was over 200. That just makes me nervous.
I last week I had the harmonic balance brake. It's one of the rotors that keeps the belt from shaking. It's the rubber one because there's like
I
metal
see.
pulleys, and then there's one that's made of rubber, and it was the rubber one, and it broke in half. And then they also put a new timing belt on.
I'm gonna pass on that, Nancy. But thank you, Mr. Zen. Are you coming? Are you coming with your wife? Are you coming with the very special Zen Ginger? Ed, you need to live with the gingers, no, zingers, for a month so you can truly understand the essence of Mr. Zen. Only way to make the perfect action figure. I think he's right.
I don't know if they would want me to live with them because they may not like my essence after a while.
Yeah, you would wear thin on people for sure because once people actually get to know you, they realize you're not the sweet guy that you come across as.
No, I'm really mean. And if you don't let me play my Dungeons and Dragons, I'll be really mad.
Glad to
Oh,
hear that you had a
God,
good birthday. Let's see. What? Who? What?
I
What?
got really mad today.
No, you didn't.
I did at the movies because I wanted to go see the accountant on the big screen. So I typed in movies on the big screen for today, and it said it was only the Thunderbolts. But when I got there, they were playing The Accountant before the Thunderbolts. So I could have got there 2 hours earlier, watched The Accountant, and stayed in the same seat and then watched Thunderbolts at 4.
Oh, but how mad could that have really made you?
Well, I was frustrated.
Frustrated and angry are two different things.
And I also, the stupid kid behind the counter was trying to explain how movies work to me and stuff. And it's like, dude, I worked at a movie theater before you were born, and I've
Yeah,
been
right.
going to them religiously. I know how movies work.
Although I didn't know that they would switch movies on in the same theater. That's never happened to me
Oh,
before. I've never been able to
what?
sit through two different movies. I've sat through the same movie multiple times. Like when Star Wars came out back in the 80s, I think it was Empire. We sat through like 3 times in a row, which was a huge waste of actual time, but it was worth it.
Well, back in the day when they used platters, they would take 6 reels and put them on one giant platter. Okay. And how a projectionist would start the movie up is you would just lightly push it, and that force would be enough to just keep it spinning. And it would completely, you'd have 3 platters. So it would completely wind on one platter from the other, it would go through the camera and then go back on the other platter and completely wind on it to prepare for the next one. And then you do it the opposite way. And it just keeps going back and, but you could do, there's 3 platters. So you could have another movie on top prepared to go, and it'll go all the way to the bottom one. It'll be empty. And then the one in the middle will have your new movie at 4 o'clock, and you push it and you have it go to the top. So you can put 2 different movies in one theater. Now, though, I think it's all digital. So it just, you push a button. you,
Right.
you push
Yeah, yeah.
it's like DVD things or Blu-ray things that they push in.
Scary says I'd
We used
rather
to,
have a brand new tattoo, a brand than a tattoo. Really? You'd rather have a brand than a tattoo?
have you seen these freeze dry brands? They're super cold and they push it into you, and it, instead of like the brand popping out, it goes indentured into you. Looks really weird and painful, but they say it doesn't hurt.
Kitty says, Whip, I woke up that night, the TV was on, a little max volume, and light was still on. I bet. Man, when we were talking down at the bar there, at the bar area where we had kind of run into him right there, um, his his eyes were like half mass. Even as he's talking to me, I'm like, I'm not sure he's even awake. It was he was dead on his feet.
Hey, Whit, Oinky just said that she lets me play D&D and she does, and
Oh,
she's awesome.
yeah.
Um, would you like to see her play with us? You'd be nice to her, wouldn't you? It's not just
No,
not
I
me
would
telling you.
definitely be going after her all the time. I would totally Xanadu her.
Everybody would. Oh,
I'm kidding. Of course,
I
of
know.
course.
Xanadu's awesome too. So
Yeah.
if she ever wants to play, she can totally play.
Yeah. Hopefully, he wasn't in
It
here to
still
hear that.
sounds funny. I'll Xanadu her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that came off
You
wrong,
gotta
as
you,
always.
you gotta watch out because Xanadu will get you in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, he will. Sue Ann, how are you, girl? I haven't made a fishy Friday in so long, and I have to fix that. I mean, I come in for like a minute, but it's man, Fridays have just been kicking my ass lately. Oh, he will be there. We get to meet him,
Oh, that's
Un-
awesome.
unless he stays in
Well,
the room like some of the spouses.
you'll have to come by my booth and look. eh, Mr. Zen has like really cool feet that can bend all different directions.
Hey, hey.
So like
Well, that looks like he
he
broke
can
his
make it.
ankle right there.
I know, but it can make it look like he's a really good dancer. See? And look, we'll make him smash potatoes.
Hold him up the
Well, I
next
guess
to Big Steve. He looks tiny. Why is he so little?
oh, Big Steve's downstairs.
Oh, never mind then.
But you know what? I've got some of his henchmen in the garage painting. Let me go get one of X-Men or X-Men, not X, one of Mr. Zen. How did Mr. Zen turn into X-Men? One of his henchmen. Let me get one of his henchmen quick because I just painted them yesterday.
We want you to live with them like a reality TV show, 24-hour live stream as Ed invades the Zengers. That would be a thing. That would definitely be a thing. Zenny be diving behind the couch all the time. Go away! There's a cat back there. I seen a cat. Flatbed, that's one of my favorite sports. Wife and I sit upstairs playing darts and watching people at the bar. Love it. I do a lot of that, although I'm usually too drunk to do it too long if I sit at the bar.
These are some of his stormtroopers or henchmen. They're not stormtroopers, but they have
They
like
could be.
armor on, and I've only painted them just their base coat. But they'll all be like, here's them standing next to him. So he's a pretty tall guy.
Yeah, that's not too bad, except for they don't have a head, so it's
Yeah. Well, you see, I want to learn how to 3D print. And once I do that, then I want to start printing different people in the fish fam's heads and putting them on these. So this way, I've got 6 people that I can make as part of his henchman crew. And I thought it'd be kind of cool if I gave them all like shields, those those police big shields,
oh yeah, yeah, like the SWAT.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and they'd be like a phalanx. You know how they all put them together and they can march,
Yep.
and like they'll be like ready to protect him. Because like he'll be walking down the street and then they'll all be like with their shields to protect him. I think that'd be cool.
Well, I
know
hope you're putting together a character, Oinky.
What character is she putting together?
I don't know. She says, "I'm hoping to kiss Ed every day and have a great D&D game."
What's that having anything to do with her being a character?
Well, she'll need one if she's going to play a great D&D game, right?
Oh, I will totally help her do anything she wants. It'll be awesome. That sounds wonderful.
I will be lively this weekend at is Findig already? Is that happening this coming weekend? Boy, that came on fast.
Wow.
All affair in love and D&D. Danny, don't let me out of town and gave. Danny, let me out of town and gave. Pardon?
I have a Kenny Danikin, but he is still going to be part of the G.I. Joes team. He's not part of the mafias. Because he's like a very patriotic soldier. Unless he would like to be like a mercenary for the Tennessee Fish Mafia. But Mr. Zen asked,
need him
who
to
are the
protect us
henchmen?
from the Zengers. She must have not checked refs on him. What?
If I can't figure out who to or how to make heads, what I'll have to do is find people that look like heads that I can make. But all you people out there, can be in my army.
Ed.
When's the football draft? August 13th.
Mr. Zen says, and who are the henchmen going to be?
Yeah, well, I don't have people yet. That's why they're all headless. Like you're an easy person to make because you're just going to be like a solid black head. So this is actually, is it Bill Maher, the comedian guy?
Maybe.
Is that his name?
I doubt that's who that is, but I mean that you could almost pass for that.
Let's see. I just picked the head because I have a whole bunch of the heads. These are all Bill Maher action figures. That's why this head's one of the heads that's supposed to be on here.
Bill Maher has his own action figures?
Yeah, he has a lot of them. Why wouldn't Bill Maher have action figures?
Kenny.
Bill Maher's one of the main characters in Mandalorian. He's got like a couple different action figures.
The headless henchman.
Well, everybody wants to be recognized. I want to make everybody recognized. I've got a Kalish in the works, but I've lost her body. So I have to find Kalish. I lost Kalish and Scotty, and there was somebody else with them, but I don't know who it was.
So Kalish is going to be working the SAS. What is that? Cichlids? No, that can't be right because that's a C. SAS.
Southern Atlantic Sail Fins.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Even though she's in the Pacific. Southern. Or, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Did Ed mean Bill Burr? Because he meant Bill Burr, right? Because Bill Maher, I mean, that guy's like 110.
No, it's that comedian guy who was on
Bill
the
Burr.
Mandalorians.
Mandalorian?
Yeah. Look, it looks just like him.
Is it the angry guy that's like 50 years old?
Maybe.
Bill Maher is like 70 years old. Bill Burr is like 50 years old.
Kalish, help me. You know this stuff. Or Oinky, do you ever watch The Mandalorian? Is it Bill Maher or Bill Burr?
Figurine looks more like Buckaroo Banzai. Well, gentlemen, I need to get to bed, need to be up in 6 hours. Well, sir, I appreciate you hanging with us as long as you did.
Yes, thank you.
Jeremy says, I am confused. Ed always said Kenny E was a longshoreman, then
Yep.
a merchant marine. Now I find out he was in the Navy. So confused.
Isn't that all the same?
I'm pretty sure that Kenny E might just end your life if you call him a squid.
A squid. Oh, wait, is that a submarine guy?
Navy
He
guy.
was a guy that ran around and killed people all
Although
over.
the Marines are a part of a division of the Navy, aren't they? Yes, Bill Burr. I didn't know Bill Burr was on Stephen P. When the hell did you get here? I had no idea that Bill Burr was on the Mandalorian.
That's what I said.
You
Bill
said Bill
Burr.
Maher.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher is a whole different guy.
Okay.
He has his own
Well,
talk show on HBO.
the important thing is that you guys all knew who I was talking about.
No, we didn't. That's why
Look at
Jenny
the
asked.
angles that he could be a ballet dancer with this footwork.
Bill Maher is a comedic political
Genius.
commentator. Bill Burr is a bald comedian and angry. He's angry. And I love him.
Oh. Well, maybe I'll make a henchman for you with his
I
face
get a
on it.
henchman. I get my very own henchman.
You're what's it called? Is it called a maid man? What's it called when you're like part of the soprano main corps? What are those guys
A
called?
made man. Yeah. That
Yeah, you're one of the
once
made
you're a
men.
made man, you can't be touched.
Yeah, so you're part of my corps. You, Rico, and Skipper.
$17 for special fried rice. Sarah, it looked like an egg omelet. $17. That seems steep.
I don't want to talk about dinner right
All
now.
right, it's been an hour 7. What do you think, Ed? Should we keep going? Could be Michael Jackson legs.
This guy is like the most flexible body to action figure I ever got. Wish they were all like that. I mean, let's see what these guys, their toes. Oh, actually, their toes can go pretty well too. They say they have like
Jenny says that
75
looks like Kathy
points.
Bates got to him in Misery.
Yeah.
Well, where have we gone?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Whip. I love talking my nerd talk. And
I
I've
know you did.
taken a lot
And
of
I
your
let it
nerd.
go. I could have changed it up, but I didn't.
Well, it was exciting because we had Mr. Zen here.
We did. Weird and expensive.
One of these days, I've got to make a spaghetti nonia.
Yeah, you do. I've got
she can have a
spaghetti
spaghetti whip.
times.
She can have a spaghetti whip.
She could be my henchman.
Well, she'll
If
have
you're
to
going to give her a
decide.
sketty whip. Oinky, what episode? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed now. What did Oinky say?
Oinky's action
Then
figure is
again,
waiting for one super
Lizzo
accessory.
was on Mandalorian too. I guess I haven't seen the most recent series because I don't remember any of these people.
He was really awesome in the show. He's the guy who got the Mandalorian dude to take his hat off. See, if I was a Mandalorian, I'd be the type of Mandalorian that doesn't take it or that would take his hat off. I would think those Mandalorians that always keep their hats on,
Yeah.
they get stinky under there.
Minions for Oinky. All my minions will pass out butterfly glowing kits to the world on my behalf.
They'd probably be a whole bunch of little piggies running around with flowers. I'd have to make like shoulder harness on them with flowers.
I'm not sure what message Zenny's talking about. Dang it. I lost train of thought.
See, I've got this 3D printer and I haven't made a single thing with it
what
yet.
the hell did I just leave that on there for? Sorry, Zen. I saw something shiny.
I don't know what she said.
Oh, she was talking. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I paused on that one of all the ones I could have paused on.
Lizzo played the Duchess.
I don't know who Lizzo is. Who's Lizzo?
I think she's any way I say it to try to explain who she is would make me sound terrible. She's a rapper, and if she fell down, she'd probably bounce.
Oh.
But actually, I heard that she lost a whole lot of weight, so I don't know.
Yeah, well,
And
based
I
on the
wanted to make it
multiple
not
pictures that came up when I Googled her, she's a large person.
Yeah,
but not in that picture.
But so am I, so that's okay.
So am I. You know, anytime you're pushing
Not
300
really.
pounds,
You're just a really cool tall guy. You're like a Fabio dude.
I wish. I wish. Lizzo is a singer who's also known. Damn it! It jumped on me. Where'd it go? Known for flute. Playing the flute. Who plays the flute anymore?
I think they mean a skin flute.
Nope. There's pictures of her playing the flute.
Oh, never mind. I thought she did some bad stuff or something in Germany on a stage, and everybody was saying that it was rated R. My bad. Never mind.
And cuddly, Krieger says. And Zenny's yelling at you. and Steven's uncomfortable.
Well, I feel uncomfortable too, Steven. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't know. I don't hardly or listen to any music at all anymore. Pretty much, like if I'm driving in the car, I'll play a replay of somebody's video or
Mr. Zen, we got to go too. Sports. So you have yourself a great night, sir.
I'm sorry, Mr. Zen, if I Lizzo'd you out.
Totally. You offended Mr. Zen, and now he's leaving. Way to go.
It was great seeing you, though.
I had no idea how much you looked like Bill Burr or Bill Maher.
Well, not in real life. In real life, he looks like a really cool guy.
All right, sir. I'm going to turn this thing off and go to bed.
Awesome. Well, thank you for letting me join you tonight. It was really fun.
Well, thank you for joining me. Jeremy bailed on me, son of a gun, working on his fish tanks and stuff. But yeah, I appreciate it. George, thanks for coming in, buddy. I'm sorry I don't make your lives. You tend to go either when somebody else is going or at late at night, and I cannot stay up that late. Except for when I don't have to work the next day, which is nice. So we will talk to y'all later. And let me see if I can find the thing that makes the thing go thingy. And bye. Hey, welcome in. I'm Whip.